Namaskaram. Myself, V. Soumyasri Pawar, Director of Devmudraa Movement School, situated in Chh.Sambhajinagar, Maharashtra. We at Devmudraa teach Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam, and we have been working in this Marathwada region for the last 18 years. Through this institute, we are imparting training in Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi, affiliated to Parthasarathi Nalanda Dance Research Center, and we have produced many dance dramas, many students, more than 1,000 students who have passed out, and they're all working in different schools and established as professional dancers. Today I'm here to welcome our Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth for a very special occasion, Lalitha Devi Charitamu, a video project which we all were part of it for the last 1.5 months here in Chh.Sambhajinagar, and we are very happy and excited to see the outcome of the whole project, and for that today we are going to know some details about the whole project from Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth. We are very fortunate to get this project from Viswanadha Sobhanadri Literary Foundation, and this Lalitha Charitamu is, the 8 songs are written by Sreekalapoorna Viswanadha Sobhanadri, and the music composition is and singing by Pratibha, Shiromani, Nemani, Parthasarathi. And this special divine project is dedicated to Shakti, all the women power, and special dedication to Srimati Vishwanatha Amruta Sarath Kumar. We are very, very fortunate to have got this project and to get trained under Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth, who has specially come from Mumbai for this project to Chh.Sambhajinagar. Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth is a Kuchipudi exponent and research scholar working in this field for the last 60 to 70 years. And hailing from Andhra Pradesh, Rajyalakshmi Seth Garu is the youngest daughter of late Dr. Vattadi Venkata Krishna Rao and late Srimati Saubhagyamu. Trained in Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi by the veteran teachers and dance exponents Dr. K. Umar Ramarao, Srimati Sumati Kaushal, who are her elder sisters as well, and late Vedantam Jagannatha Sharma. She started teaching dance in 1966 in Hyderabad. After her marriage to Shri Vijay Narayan Seth, cartoonist wins, a leading cartoonist and fine artist, and settling in Mumbai in the year 1979. She started her own dance institution, Mumbai Kuchipudi Dance Training Center in Andheri East. She molded her students to attain proficiency in teaching, performing and choreography. Her other dance activities include teaching, conducting workshops, presenting ballets, choreography, writing articles, translating dance literature, presenting research papers and lecture demonstrations in India and abroad. As a joint secretary of Lasya Priya Institute, Hyderabad, she was also actively involved in Hyderabad under the guidance of Guru Dr. Umar Ramarao. Her research activity included presenting papers for Justice K. T. Tellam Fellowship in Indology and India, Indal Fellowship in Social Sciences. Also, she has received National Tagore Scholarship awarded by Ministry of Culture, Government of India, which is a very prestigious scholarship for research, for veteran research scholars. We are very happy that she has agreed to come to Devmudraa, and she has been part of Devmudraa, a movement school, for the last 8 years. And before that also, she used to regularly conduct workshops, lecture demonstrations here at Devmudraa in Kuchipudi and Talam, Natuvangam and since 2018 we have started Kuchipudi Diploma and Certificate course here in Aurangabad, Chh.Sambhajinagar, the only institute imparting Kuchipudi training in Marathwada region, and it's affiliated to Bharati Vidyapeeth, Pune, and our first batch has successfully passed the certificate exam with distinction and first class. We are very fortunate to have her here to train our students and from time to time get her guidance in all our productions and dance training. Today we will be specially talking about Lalitha Devi Charitamu, which we all participated, and she has conceived and conceptualized into a dance presentation which was written by Viswanadha Sobhanadri garu very beautifully in Telugu, and this was presented for video. So we would like to ask her and share and learn from her some interesting and enlightening facts about this whole experience. Namaskaram, madam. We are very fortunate to have you here at Devmudraa, and she's not only my Guru, Dr. Rajyalakshmi Seth ma'am, she's also my paternal aunt. I am very fortunate to be part of the Vadadi family, where I had got training under such luminaries in the dance field, Dr. K. Umarama, Srimati Sumati Kaushal, and Dr. Rajyalakshmi Seth garu. From childhood I have been learning under them, and now also we are getting guidance from her, and we are really very fortunate to be here today. And we thank Shri Viswanadha Sobhanadri garu for this project to be given to Devmudraa group under the guidance of Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth garu. As I mentioned, this for the last 2-3 months you have been working on this project, and you came here in June to physically do the project with us, all of us. So, why did you choose Aurangabad, Chh.Sambhajinagar in the first place, and how did you get this project? How did you get the project, and why did you choose Chh.Sambhajinagar Devmudraa Women's School students for this project? We are a little curious to know how did this journey started.
Namaste to everybody. I will answer how did I get this project. I knew Sreekalapoorna Viswanadha Sobhanadri garu since 10 years, way back when I was assisting Dr. Uma Ramarao in her productions and presentations. Briefly, I met him in one of the occasions. Then there is a lot of gap of 10 years, and suddenly it was a pleasant surprise when I received a phone call from him from Varanasi when I was in Bombay. So he introduced himself and he said he got my number through my another sister staying in Hyderabad, Mrs. Vijayaraman. When they talked about this Lalitha Devi Charitamu, she said I might be able to present in a dance form, which he expressed as a desire to present it in a dance drama form. Already he has written lyrics in 8 songs, and then music is composed and sung by very well-known singer Shri Nemani, Parthasarathi. So I pondered over it, how I can take the project. So I said, give me a day. Then I decided it's a kind of a boon I'm getting from Lalitha Devi to try this project. Though my knowledge about Lalitha Devi is very minimal. So I asked him if he can help me in doing some kind of a explanation about the concept and the lyrical content, I can go ahead. He readily agreed, and then we started thinking about it. So he explained to me, and we sent the scripts, 8 songs in Telugu. Fortunately, I can read even changed to Telugu, Sanskritized to Telugu. So it helped me to go through the songs. But still, the Lalitha Devi is I don't know much about her other things. I know it is a auspicious form of Parvati Devi. So I thought it is a very nice project to go ahead. Then he sent me the songs sung by Shri Nemani Parthasarathi in 8 songs. So I went on listening to it, how much I get inspired to compose dance movements. So initially I was working, and then after hearing for some time during my morning walks, again and again I heard, then I told him I will go ahead with this dance drama, but how long it will, how much time I have, and when we should present this dance drama. Then he said, time is at my disposal, I can decide whenever it is ready. They want to upload in that his channel, Viswanadha Sobhanadri Literary Foundation, a very useful production they are doing, not only on the literary content but also on the performing arts. He gave me some links, I watched through them, I got very inspired and encouraged to go ahead with this song. And another aspect I wanted to say is Viswanadha Sobhanadri Garu, he comes from a very, a family of poets, writers, and one of them is a very legendary poet and writer, Sri Vishwanatha Satyanarayana, who has written a classic as Veyi Padagalu. Veyi Padagalu means 1,000 hoods, which is translated in Hindi by then Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao as Sahasrafani. And I tried to read Veyi Padagalu during my research work. My research doctorate is about the changing contours of Kuchipudi dance, a sociological study, where Vishwanatha Satyanarayana Garu, he had written how during British the Kuchipudi dance was kept aside and Western dances were coming into the popularity. So I quoted his works and all. So immediately the connection was made to Sobhanadri Garu. He is also very well read and written many books, about 10 books on Mahabharata, Bhagavata, Shiva, and even marriage, Vivaham, he has written as a novel. So since I am very interested in reading Telugu and English, fiction, non-fiction, I worked on many translations during my research work for my PhD as a database. I connected with him immediately. Then I said, this is not, maybe it is a challenge, but I should try going deep into this subject and doing it. And the next question was,
Right, Aurangabad, especially Devmudraa.
Where will I do it? Okay, I will do the choreography, creative movements, everything, but how do I translate into a dance presentation? Then immediately I thought about Devmudraa Women's School. I called Soumya. I said, this is the project I am getting. If I can get some kind of a students' participation, I will go ahead. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for me to present it in a time where 2 months or 6 months, any time. Then, keeping into mind the academic restrictions or admissions going on for the students, we thought it is better to do it before sometime in June, July. So we decided to do it in that, and fortunately a program came in June where I was asked to be present as a guest. So I said, from then onwards we will take this project. But there are some things which come as obstacles also, because just before that I was just recovering from my health issue like a swollen feet or a frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder is I could not lift right hand more than this much. Not only teaching dance, how will I do my own personal course? So then I was hesitating. I immediately went to the doctor. Then he said, okay, you can go, but don't lift any heavy objects and take care of your hand. And he gave me medicines. I think it's a miraculous thing. Within 3 days, I could recover from that acute pain. So it was giving me that encouragement. I will go ahead. So I took a flight, which was also not advised because of my hearing problem last year. All that obstacles, I said, let me go ahead, and I stepped into Aurangabad with, I call it Aurangabad more convenient, but Chh.Sambhajinagar now. So I stepped on 10th, and from 11th onwards I didn't want to waste time because I wanted to use the students' time and energy, participation. So I had a brief meeting with not only students, with the parents also, because the parents have to allow the students to come in the evening practice. So I explained this is Lalitha Devi Project, Lalitha Devi Charitamu. Immediate question I was asked was, who is Lalitha Devi? So I had to start from that level, that Lalitha Devi is one auspicious form. She is very much worshipped, and ladies in Hyderabad and Andhra region, they worship every Friday her Sahasranama. And this is Lalitha Devi Charitamu is based on the Sahasranamavali, but he had written in a very song form. So I explained to them, but please I will take only students who can give me time, because it's in short time we wanted to finish. This is how, in spite of my other issues and all, I came with a lot of encouragement and energy to start Lalitha Devi Project.
Thank you. As you mentioned, yeah, we all know Viswanadha Sobhanadri Literary Foundation. This institution is promoting all arts through their channel, literary arts, dance, music, and also spiritual, many spiritual anecdotes. And so, in this whole project, we all learned so much. And with me also we have Farali Bhope, who is our student. She has been learning for the last 13 to 14 years at Devmudraa, initially Bharatanatyam and then Kuchipudi. So she is almost like prodigy, like Devmudraa's daughter. So Swarali, will you like to ask anything like what was the experience working in this project, and do you have any questions regarding this?
Namaste. My name is Farali Bhope. I have been learning Kuchipudi since past 7 years after completing my Visharad in Bharatanatyam. Under Guru Shishya Parampara, I have also performed my debut performance, Ranga Pravesham in 2019, under the able guidance of Guru Dr Rajyalakshmi Seth. So I find myself very grateful to be the part of Lalitha Devi Charitamu project. And
I would like to add, her Ranga Pravesham is known to be one of the first ones in Kuchipudi, here in Marathwada, whole Marathwada region.
Yes. And so this project, before this project, I was not knowing much about Lalitha Devi. So as we moved forward in this project, I got to learn new things, new stories about Lalitha Devi, who is she, and what were her stories. So I would like Rajyalakshmi ma'am to brief the Rasikas about who Lalitha Devi is and what Lalitha Devi Charitamu Project is about and what the 8 songs on Lalitha Devi are based upon. Yes.
So when I got this Lalitha Devi Charitamu project for dance presentation, I could not think of any other place but Devmudraa. So immediately once I got assurance that I can do from here, I started working on the script, the Telugu lyrics he had sent in WhatsApp, but I always had written in my own handwriting because each word I get absorbed in my system to understand and interpret in dance form. So I started writing and then I started listening to the music again and again. So it was important because how will I visualize dividing the songs? Each song is written in different raga, different thala, and the rhythm change. So I had to decide that first. Then I said, okay, some movement I can do. Actually, these songs were not written exactly for dance expression. It was written for more of an audio album. But I had to adapt dance movements to this album. So that was one kind of I can say it as a challenge to start with. So I was deciding what is the music division, what are the musical instruments used, where the rhythm changes and how the songs lines are repeated. So all this I have, it is called dance notation. We do it. I do it immediately because this practice I have talked about in my research report for Tagore Research Scholar. It's called How We Document Dance Notation. So I have written the songs in English first so that these people, students can understand. So from Bombay, I sent the scripts to Swarali, asked her to type in the desktop in PPT. So she had run it. When I came, it was ready. Then we had to do the meanings. In Mumbai, when I called Sobhanadri, I want the meanings, in-depth meaning. He said, okay, ask me what. So immediately I sent all the words which are coming into the song line by line. Then he said, this has become another composition of the song for me. I said, no, this is for my students. I need to write each word separately because they don't know Telugu. Even the verbs they don't know. So when Telugu language is such, verbs come later, and so I have to word to word meaning, then again the whole line meaning, how overall they have to project in that. So I have written that also for them, and for this briefing I spent 1.5, almost we spent 3 hours, me and Sobhanadri asking. He took 4 songs and he went explaining the inner meaning, like Purushartham and why Vedas become chakras. So these things are coming in the song. So we discussed very much in deep, in-depth conversation, the meaning. So those meanings I incorporated in the script. I made a list of it. Again she typed it, and then one side we have English script and another side we have the meaning. That was one, this thing we made about 15 copies and distributed. And then again another one is a song, how a song line is repeated, Pallavi, how many times it is, music, how many counts we have to do, all that in detailed form I go about it and I explain to them, which becomes easy for students to follow in a short time because time restriction is there. So when I sent, they have prepared, they are all well versed with technology and digitalization I call it, and they did it. Even when the technicians, cameramen and lighting men came, then again we had to write in Marathi because they can understand Marathi very easily. So many script writing had gone through before we started that kind of a thing. So my preparation for non-Telugu speaking and Marathi speaking dancers. As that this is the way, whether it is Marathi speaking or any other language, this is the way I go about. So it becomes easy to for the dancers to understand the structure of the song, the content, meaning and the dance expression in a very holistic way.
We would like to know a little bit about this Lalith 8 songs. Just briefly, what is the story behind, as she asked?
Yeah. See, Lalitha Devi Charitamu is, it's a avatarinchu. There is a word called avatarinchu. Avatarinchu, I had to refer to the dictionaries. I have collected over the period many dictionaries, because for Telugu English translation it's very important. Where over the period I have collected, and here I have to say contribution of my Guru and sister Dr. Rama is very much there, because whenever I went to Hyderabad, she bought dictionaries. This is very concessional rate. Surya Narayana Nighantu, 6 volumes in 300 I got. So I had to carry all these things. It's a deal between both of us that she would never give me as a sari as when I go to Maika, Puttinu we say. So it was always books I got, or her CDs. So I collected all of them, and now they are in Devmudraa. I have donated to the library of Devmudraa.
We are fortunate to start a library, and more than 50% of the books are donated by our Guru
both
Dr.
Telugu
Seth.
and English I have donated. So I call them Jnanam. My Jan is Jnanam, I call it. Jan, my life is Jnanam. These are books are knowledge giving. So I donated them. So referring to the dictionaries was very easy. Even Abhinaya Darpanam, Naksha Shastra, all are here. We had to use all these references books for incorporating dance movements. So that is a kind of a preparation we have done in that